that is from West Africa, where Nigeria is located. This story is not just for the people of Nigeria, but for the region of West Africa as a whole. And this story is called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. Well, the summer is coming and the mosquitoes will be coming out soon and they'll be buzzing in the ears.
My brother told me about this fairy tale.
Why are the mosquitoes buzzing in my ears? So today I'm going to tell you why the mosquitoes buzz in your ears. Okay, so one morning, a mosquito saw an iguana, a big lizard, drinking out of a water hole. And the mosquito said, "Iguana, you will never believe what I saw yesterday." The iguana said, "Try me." The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams, and these yams were bigger than his house. And the farmer couldn't even take the yams from the farm to his house." And the iguana said, "You're lying to me, mosquito. I don't want to listen to your lies. Why are you lying to me?" And the mosquito said, "No, I'm telling the truth. He was digging up these yams, and the yams were bigger than his house." And the iguana said, "I don't want to listen to your lies. I would rather be deaf." And he put 2 sticks in his ears so that he wouldn't have to listen to the mosquito. And that's the iguana going away with 2 sticks in his ears so that he doesn't have to listen to the mosquito. Do you have a question? Oh, cool. And while the iguana was going through the forest, the iguana passed the python. And the python said, "Good morning, iguana." But the iguana had sticks in his ears and didn't hear the python. So the python thought that the iguana was angry at him, and he decided that the iguana must be plotting against him, and he decided that he had to go and hide to protect himself from being harmed by the iguana. So the python crawled through the forest and went into a hole so that he could hide from the iguana. But in the hole was a rabbit. And when the rabbit saw the python crawling into its hole, it ran out another hole thinking that the python was coming to eat the rabbit. And the rabbit ran out running for her life, afraid that the python was going to eat her. And the crow, sitting on a tree, saw the rabbit running for her life and decided to start warning people that the rabbit was in danger and running for her life. So the crow started crying, "Caw, caw, caw." And the monkey, also sitting in a tree, saw the crow flying through the forest and calling, and the monkey's job was to be the announcer and the warning system for the forest. And the monkey started swinging from tree to tree to tree, warning all the animals in the forest that there was danger coming to the forest because the rabbit was running for her life and the crow was cawing in the forest. And as the monkey was crashing through the trees, it happened to land on an owl's nest. And in that nest, there were baby owls, and one of the owls was hurt by a broken tree branch and died. So the mother of the baby owls, the mother owl, saw that her baby had been hurt by the monkey, and she became very sad. Now the mother owl's job was to call out in the morning for the sun to come up in the morning. So when the owl would cry out, the sun would rise in the morning. Because the mother owl was sad, she did not cry out for the sun to rise in the morning, and so that when the morning came, there was no sun, and it was dark. So the lion, who was the king of the animals in the forest, called a meeting of the animals to find out why the mother owl was not calling the sun. And he gathered all the animals in the forest, and you can see all the different animals gathered in the forest, waiting to find out why the mother owl was not calling the sun. And the king said to the of that, I cannot even call out to the sun. And the king said to the animals, did you hear what Mother Owl said? The monkey killed one of the baby owls. The monkey has to be punished. And the monkey came out and said, but king, I was not trying to kill one of the baby owls. It was the crow's fault. I saw the crow crying out for help, and I wanted to do my job and announce to the people of the forest and the animals of the forest that there was danger. So I was running through the forest to let the animals know that there was danger in the forest. So the king said to the crow, why did you alarm the monkey? Why were you calling out? And the crow said, well, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw the rabbit running through the forest crying for help, and so I started crying to warn the other animals. And then the king said to the rabbit, why were you calling for help? What was happening? And the rabbit said, the python came into my hole in my home and tried to eat me. So the king turned to the python. Python, why were you trying to eat rabbit? And the python said, I wasn't trying to eat rabbit. I was hiding in the hole because the iguana was mad at me. And I didn't want the iguana to hurt me. And the king looked around at all the animals that were gathered, and the iguana, the big lizard, was not there. Because remember, the iguana had sticks in his ears, and so he did not hear the call for the animals to gather. So they sent the antelope, the fastest runner in the forest, to go and find the iguana and bring the iguana to sit in front of the king. And when the iguana came, he still had the sticks in his ears. So the king, the big lion, pulled the sticks out of the ears of the iguana and said, iguana, why are you running around with sticks in your ears? And the iguana said, it was the mosquito's fault. The mosquito told me a lie that he had seen a farmer digging up yams that were bigger than his house, and I didn't want to listen to his lies, so I put sticks in my ears. And the king said, oh, so it was the mosquito that lied to the iguana, that made the iguana put sticks in his ears, that made the iguana not hear the python, who said good morning to the iguana, and that scared the python, that in turn went to hide in the hole of the rabbit, that scared the rabbit, that ran through the forest, that scared the bird, that ran through the forest, that scared the monkey, that ran through the forest, that killed one of the baby owls, and that is why the mother owl will not call the sun, and now there is no sun, and there will be no morning. So they now all decided that it's the mosquito that had to be punished. And the mosquito was a witness to everything that was going on and was hiding under a leaf. So when the mosquito realized that he was going to be punished, he flew away. And the mother owl said, I will not call the sun until the mosquito is punished. And this is a picture of the mosquito listening and trying to run away after hearing the announcement that it was going to be punished. And so, as the mosquito was running away, he came across a man who was walking through the forest. And he said, is everybody still angry at me? And the man heard the sound in his ear, and he said, and that is why the mosquitoes buzz in people's ears trying to find out if everybody is still angry at the mosquito. And when the mosquito was punished, the mother owl called out, and the sun rose again. That's where the morning now came up with the call of the owl. That's the end of my story.
Yay!